back, everybody. This is Lady Dubs, and we're picking up right where we left off. Quite literally. I didn't really do any space in between these intros, outros, whatever.
Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector.
How you doing, Arish?
Now, Ma?
Now let's go through. We're gonna talk to everybody, so I think this is gonna be an episode of me just mostly sitting here quietly. I'm sure everyone will appreciate that. Arish's future.
So, what's next for Simon Arish?
Well, first off, I'm banning all slide projectors. That's it.
I'm in.
Seriously, though, we need to review our protocols. Research should not be making decisions that endanger the entire Bureau, fuck it, the entire fucking world, without some serious oversight.
I think Pope would agree. Certain people in the Bureau have been working in the shadows for too long.
And I'd like to make these HRAs part of the mandatory Bureau uniform. They're not stylish, but better safe than sorry.
I don't think anyone will complain. Not after this.
That I can agree. So, Jesse as director.
What are your thoughts on me serving as director?
Well, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, Trench was fine, but... Well, you pulled us back from the brink, so... Well, I'm honored to serve, man. I mean, fuck, shit. Faden. Sorry.
He'll get it one day.
Well, what's next? Situation report.
So, what's the situation in my Bureau, Arish?
The situation is we are still up to our eyes in Hiss. Not to mention the months of repairs it's gonna take just to get this place up and running again.
But is it doable?
Of course it is. You just might need to tell some rangers to grab a wrench once they're done hunting Hiss.
Alright, so it's just a catch and destroy kind of thing. Slide projector.
Did anyone ever mention to you that Darling was using the slide projector?
Well, Salvador never did, but I doubt he even knew. Look, I'm well aware that it's our job to study and contain the things that we don't understand, but some of the things that Darling did were way outside of our mission statement. Look, these things are not toys, and acting like they are is only ever gonna end one way. At least Pope seems to understand that.
Well, it's secure now. No one can reach it without my say-so.
But thank Christ for that.
Yeah, definitely. Darling just overreached everything. He just kept on pushing the envelope to the point where he basically killed half the people here. Now, what the hell's up with Marshall? Where the hell is she?
Marshall's been missing for a while now. Any ideas where she could be?
The last time I saw her was in maintenance when I was leading the Rangers out of the Atlas. Yeah, I told her it wasn't safe, but she said she had to go check on something.
Did you ask where she was going?
Whew. Marshall is not the kind of person you question. Kind of intimidating, you know? But, she was by herself, if that helps at all.
Not really, but thanks. Hopefully she turns up.
I don't trust her. I feel like she's the ultimate bad guy.
I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be.
I never trust Marshall from the get-go. Now let's talk to Emily.
If the slide projector requires a slide to open dimensional doorways, then which is the object of power? The slide or the slide projector?
Are we just reading your
Or
thoughts?
Is the fiction itself a fallacy?
What's up?
Jesse, good to see you. We've got Dylan situated in his containment cell like you asked. I've got medical staff running tests as we speak, and I'd be happy to walk you through the details later. Other than that, what's next?
With the slide projector turned off, the hiss are shut out, but we're stuck with the ones already here. We can't lift the lockdown until they're all eradicated. If any hiss ever got out, that would be the end of everything.
Well, eliminating them all will take time. Look, I'll do what I can on my end, but my research is progressing slower than I'd like.
I think I can help with that. I am making you the head of research, effective immediately. I want you to use everything the Bureau has, every resource, every confidential scrap of data, and find a way to keep the hiss out for good.
That's... Really? I mean, yes, I can certainly... Yes! Yes, I accept.
You'll do great. Besides, I didn't really have anyone else lined up.
I'm honored, Jesse, really. Thank you.
Oh, alright, so that was good. We have a new head of research. You got Darling's job. Now let's see if I can ask you questions.
I've looked through the docs we found in Dimensional Research. That slide projector is extremely powerful. You were right to shut it down.
Jesse as director.
How do you feel about me taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I am still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes. We'll be better than they ever were.
I mean, it's a low
We
bar.
won't ever be like them.
It's a very low bar you're hopping over, but it's a bar nonetheless. Yeah, Darling's fate. What's up with
When
that?
the hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Empirically, no, but phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't upset you?
Oh, very. And the fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. I'm not a child. Like, don't just assume I'm gonna consider something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
Yeah, you're not a little girl. You can handle it. So, let's talk about Dylan's condition.
How is Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any Hiss activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the Hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
That's
Then
fair.
I just have to wait for him. That's fair.
Yeah.
He waited a long time for me.
But
Don't
we
worry.
did.
We'll be monitoring him round the clock. If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well,
Yeah,
you know.
I get it.
I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here. I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that.
I feel so bad for Dylan. Well, HRA failure. I don't like the sound of that.
So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
So that explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the Hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things.
Oh.
I mean, I was about to go under forever when the Hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the Hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay. Which I'm guessing must be...
Me.
You.
you. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that
Just
too.
glad you're here with me.
She's no
That's
longer
good to know.
flickering though.
Thanks, Emily.
Come to think of it, when did you change your clothes? Where did you even get those clothes? Yeah. Where did you get changed? Well, then again, we did change our clothes to an outfit of a woman we saw on the other side of a mirror, so let's not question this. The board.
I found Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board. What was he hoping to accomplish?
Huh. Since they arrived, Hiss have been corrupting objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal was to access the astral plane and the board itself.
That still doesn't tell us why.
His motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
Okay, well, we kind of already know that
Well,
Jesse
I've
and
got a
Dylan are
bureau to
special.
run. See you soon.
So they have a link to the
Yes,
astral
ma'am,
plane.
Dr. Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
Wait, I thought you were Underhill. You're not Underhill. Okay, well now you just have a buddy, it would seem. Oh, look, there's another thing to read. Yay! Variance in alteration. Analysis of his threat, Part 5, confidential. Summary. His corruption manifests in vastly different ways. Some hosts remain largely unchanged, while others are barely recognizable as human. What determines this level of alteration? Is it the duration of corruption? It could simply be an evolutionary process, each entity representing a stage of growth in an undiscovered linear progressing leading towards what? Additionally, his entities possess various paranatural abilities. How have some achieved this? Do they gain them from corrupting objects of power? Have they corrupted a single, highly talented para-utilitarian and divided their access of paranatural abilities across the network of his corrupted hosts? Wow, that was a mouthful. As a scientist, I am hindered by the sheer number of questions. It's difficult to identify where one should begin. What is the most pertinent question? How do we kill it? That seems like a good start. Refer to file, let's just shoot some stuff for full report. I like the sound of that. Now I'm gonna go around, look up on Dylan, and just, I don't know, maybe Langstrom's in here. Who knows?
Any luck finding the armory?
Director Faden did a fine job handling this, especially considering how new she is.
I suppose, but the hiss are still all over the bureau. When is she gonna get them out?
I'm sure she's working on it.
I
It wouldn't
am.
kill you to admit she's doing a good job.
I think it might. Push him off the thing. Ordered by the director. Hee, I'm evil. That actually probably will be the twist. Jesse's the evil one. I mean, she's now in charge of this bureau that I don't approve of whatsoever.
When do you think Marshall's coming back? It's not like her to be absent during a crisis.
Marshall's as tough as they come. You don't need to worry about her.
I hope you're right.
I don't know what she's gonna come back as. That's a bit of a problem.
I'll be here waiting for you when you wake up, brother.
Aww. Can we, like, go in?
If you wake up.
This is sad. Well, Dylan, hopefully I'll see you around. You know what I want to do?
Stop the hiss, right?
I want to go to the janitor's office because I want to see if Ahti's there. Oh, I got... Wait, more outfits? Oh, I'm in the director's outfit. Cool. I guess I'll keep it on. Maybe it gives me extra abilities. Speaking of abilities, let's just unlock some stuff. I wonder how many pieces of paper I've missed throughout this entire place. I feel like I picked up a lot of them, but I bet you I missed, like, I'm sure I picked up at least 80%, right? I think that's a fair assumption. Hey, Ahti, are you in here?
Ahti's still gone. I get the feeling he had more of an agenda than he let on.
I couldn't agree more.
Did he already get what he was here for?
I really don't know where to get. I mean, we just kind of got... I don't want to say we got lucky. We just happened to just spot him, so to speak. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna go to where we left Ahti last. I'm really glad that I did those janitor things for Ahti. Just feels good to know that I did it. Eh! So the last place we saw him was a place called Foundation. Let's go.
Is this still a part of the oldest house? It feels much older. What's older than oldest? Where does the oldest house begin?
I guess it began at the front door. I mean, honestly, it has a beginning. It's when you walked in. The thing is that where does it end? Because we have yet to find a real exit. But no Ahti here. Let's go to Langstrom.
All this paranatural power contained in one place is a risk.
Are you talking about the
Makes me wonder
Panopticon?
what other dangers are locked away inside the Bureau.
Well, we already caught several of them. Well, let's talk to Langstrom.
How the hell did an astral spike end up in the archives? What poor records are gonna get torn to shreds?
Sir, I am required to inform you that all records are property of the Bureau, not of any one individual.
And I am required to inform you that the Astral Spike's origins may be a confidential matter and should not be inquired upon by low clearance personnel.
Would you two stop doing whatever it is you're doing? And I'm not low clearance.
Yeah, I don't think you're low clearance. You have a very important job. What's up?
Hello, ma'am. I heard about your little tussle over in Nostalgia. So, good house cleaning and things will get back to normal, right? Right? I mean, are normal, anyway.
Situation report.
Can I get a situation report for the sector?
Whew, okay, we still have to perform a proper inventory of the cells. Lord knows how many altered items snuck out during all this. Staffing. We definitely lost some people. Gonna have to hit those college career fairs, am I right? Huh.
Nah, I'm in there.
Hard to imagine the FBC at job fairs.
The Hiss are still tearing up the place faster than we can fix it, but the containment sector is stable. Ish.
That's good enough.
The alternative, I'm happy with stable-ish.
Well, Jesse as a director.
Any thoughts on me serving as director? I know it was a sudden change.
Oh, no complaints so far. Trench was all secrets, lots of meetings behind closed doors. You seem much more approachable. But if I can give you some advice, ma'am, keep a grip on who you are. I've been here a long time, and I don't know if it's the job or this place, but people change here, and not for the better.
I'll try to keep my head on straight.
Now that's good advice coming from you, because even though you work here, you're still you. You still have your cat, you have your neighbor, which you're very nice to. I love that whole story you gave me. I like you, Langston. Sorry if I keep getting your name wrong. My brain is just messed up like that. But I like you. You're probably, aside from Ahti, you're one of my favorite people here.
Will you stay on after things calm down, Langston?
Are you asking if I'm quitting? Oh, no, ma'am. I'm not having some mid-level agent make a mess of my panopticon. Plus, I'm racking up serious overtime hours with this lockdown.
Yeah.
Just don't take too long clearing out the Hiss. My cat gets separation anxiety.
I'll do what I can.
He must have gotten a pet sitter.
We'll do this for Alfred. The cat, that is. Bye!
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always. I'm worried about Alfred. Do either of you have cats?
I possess 2 canines, sir.
I am more of a reptile person.
Right.
I guess you guys are just having some fun with him. You guys aren't actual robots. Why don't we go check up on Underhill now that I think about it? And she's a bit of a distance underground, but hey, let's go chat with her. You know, I'm kind of glad that I decided to cut this. Even if this episode ends up being remarkably short, I'm able now to just, like, leisurely go through this and talk to people. I don't have to feel rushed because the episode's too long. I can just, you know, go at my pace. Do what I always do. And waste everyone's time. And waste my time when I edit this. You'd be surprised at the amount of silent stretches that go on. And I just stand there, or sit there like an idiot, not saying anything. Happens a lot. Future me does not improve. Oh, he's ours now. Well, I'm gonna throw you to wall.
Careful down there. You don't want to have to come save you. Seriously.
Whatever. Hey, how you doing? Dr. Underhill?
Do you need something?
Wow, okay, that's really all you gotta say? Underhill's future.
I assume you'll be staying with us until the mold is eradicated.
Indeed. Until I find a permanent resolution to this pesky fungus business, I'll be here. Perhaps even beyond that, seeing as you are quite understaffed at the moment.
That would be appreciated.
Though I hardly have a say in my own comings or goings. Your oldest house won't open the exits until those hiss monstrosities are cleared out.
Glad to have you along for the ride.
Status of the mold, please. I want to know.
Will the mold be under control anytime soon?
We were barely containing it with weakly controlled burns. Just look at how it has spread after a few days of non-interference. It's beyond the threshold now. The floodgates are open.
Oh.
So that's a no.
Americans.
You're not gonna elaborate any more on that, lady? Okay, Jesse as director.
With Darling gone, I'm putting Emily Pope in charge of the research sector. Are you okay with that?
Perfectly. You have pulled Excalibur from the stone, and now decree as you see fit, O Queen. What a true meritocracy we live in.
Glad to hear it.
Okay, she's a little bitter that I didn't make her the new research sector leader, whatever. But you know, tough. You were rude to me. Pope was nice.
I had a dream. Or something like one. Darling was there. He told me something, but I can't remember what. I think he's gone.
Right. Well, he's never where one expects him to be, is he? Well, thank God. I can finally stop writing these tedious reports that I'm sure he never even took the time to glance at. If you speak to him again, can you tell him I hope he found what he was looking for.
I'll try.
I should be getting back to work.
Yeah, sorry about your friend.
I'll see you later, Rhea.
Dr. Underhill, if you please.
I know that it's been a long gap since we first talked to her, but I remember, like, she was friends with Darling before, you know, he became head of research, when they were just both, you know, just starting out here, so she knew him before he went all crazy, so I don't blame her for feeling emotional that he's gone now, most likely dead. You know, where is this nostalgia department now that I think about it? I don't remember ever seeing it anywhere. Oh, I'll look up at a map when I'm at a central point. Okay, once I'm done doing this, the usual. Accept your fate, you're all dead. Oh, so you all are. Oh, wait, no, I think I heard someone shoot me. It's not my problem anymore, I'm out. Don't notice anything here that says nostalgia department, or maybe I'm just not looking hard enough. I guess it doesn't really matter, though, because it's not where I have to be. I need to go to... if I can find it, there it is! The hotline chamber. Oh! Nostalgia department! Let's go! Oh, okay. Should have figured there are things... oh, wait, I remember this. Yeah, when we first came in, there was this hiss wall blocking our way in. Oh, now we know what became of it. It's now nothing, though. We can't get in at all. Yeah, completely blocked off. Can't get in whatsoever. Well, that settles that mystery. Let's move on to that hotline place. The hotline chamber's here. Right, this is where the phone was initially. Wait. Just give me one moment. Why are we going to this again? Foundation, just talk to the board? Alright, maybe
Even if it was a dream, I feel Darling reached out to me through the hotline. I have a feeling he and Trench won't be the only callers from the beyond.
Time to pick up the phone and find out. Director, situation crisis in the Foundation. We demand your attention, Moxie. Oldest house is in danger. We open the door tree in maintenance. Hurry post haste.
Problem in the Foundation. That was Ahti's vacation spot. We need to check this out.
Yeah, I guess there really was something that Ahti wasn't letting on. I mean, Ahti was definitely very aware. I mean, when he wasn't getting affected by the hiss, I just always assumed he had his music playing, and not being able to hear it, you know, having the different kind of like vibrations of music, probably was enough to keep it away. I mean, that's just a theory with me, but I always just kind of logically explained it like that and didn't really give it much thought. But I guess there was just something more to it. Ahti, I don't want to say he's not human, but something's up with him. Something is different. Different than kind of the way Jesse is and Dylan.
Dark, quiet, trans-dimensional. This place really suits Ahti.
And, that's right, no map. Let's just run to the end. Oh, wait.
So that etching is the door. Okay, let's try opening it.
What even is that symbol? And what is even happening? Are we gonna end up in, like, that spa in Washington State where Ahti's at? If so, you know, I don't know. Seems like a good vacation spot. We're at the Foundation.
No time for sightseeing. The board said this was an emergency.
Yeah. This is not a nice spa in Washington State. Restricted Site Gamma.
Looks like no one's been down here in a while.
Wait. I noticed little words there. Federal Bureau of Control, Department of Workplace Security. Wait, this is a different department altogether? Oh my god. It is. Well, I'm really glad I chopped up the episodes then. Damn, we really do have a lot to look into now. Down this dark, spooky cave. Every single time we've been to, it's always been smooth.
The crystals are kind of pretty. Emily would be having a field day down here.
I'm so used to seeing the smooth marble. This is a lot rockier. Not as clean cut.
My life's been a strange one.
Ash. Log 1 discovery.
My life's been a strange one. Certainly stranger than I'd like. But this place, it's something else. The floors crawl, the walls slither. It's a shifting pit. On the street, it's just another drab building standing there for anyone to see. But no one does. How do we miss it? Northmore. Acting director Northmore now is on a train from Washington. He'll expect answers, which is why I'm making these tapes. They're evidence that I'm at least trying to understand. Father searched his entire life for something like this, and we find it 1 week after he's buried. He always hated irony. Of course, Father, the great director Ash, would have been the first man in. And look at me, his bookworm son, the supposed head of research who can't stop his legs from shaking long enough to step over the threshold.
Okay, so this is when they first discovered the oldest house, and these are the records of Ash, who was head of research before Darling was. Northmore was the director before Trench, which we already knew. So this is something to note of, I suppose. Ooh, yeah, exploring as usual. Came in, helped me. Well, this is what I think of you. Or not. Well, be that way then. You know what? Maybe it's on a timer. No. Well, I think I lost that goodie. Or maybe it just never existed to start with. Maybe he also just doesn't like my outfit. Research site. Okay, that's where we're going.
Foundation.
What?
Bottom of the oldest house. Stop the hiss.
Marshall? How was she on the hotline?
Wait, that's Marshall?
Yes. She's dead. Jesus. She seemed like the kind of woman who could survive anything.
Let's listen.
I only heard of the Foundation when I became head of operations. The very bottom of the oldest house. Director access only. Just the name alone is classified. Zachariah gave me a tour the day I was promoted. Said I should see it for myself, to understand. After that, I snuck down on my own from time to time to keep tabs on the place, and on them. But nothing ever changed down there. Not even the walls. It's solid, permanent, different from the rest of the house. Of course, they were always watching me. I never stayed long. I'm not stupid. I have to stop the Hiss from finding this place. I'm the only one who can.
So that's where you ran off to. Marshall ran off in order to stop the Hiss from invading this place, which I guess is kind of like the core of the oldest house, so to speak. This is kind of where it all started from. It's its most powerful point. If anything were to happen to this, then I guess everything else would just be destroyed upstairs. Maybe everyone inside the house would die, and the Hiss would get out. It would not be good. Hello. You look like bats. Oh, you're banshees, not bats. Okay. Yes, they did. Well, we're now at a fork in the road. Let's look at our map. Well, first part leads us to a dead end here. Let's see if this dead end really is a dead end. Oh, yeah, that is. It is an end, alright, and it would kill us if we went to it. Oh, on the other side, though, it looks promising, but I don't think I can reach it. Nah, I can't reach it. Come back to you, my love. Just you wait. You know what? I have an idea. Nope, not working. Was worth a shot. Will you let me take your stuff? Yeah, this one let me do it. Oh, I have too many stuff again. Alright, see you soon. Research Site Delta. That's where we're heading. I haven't seen any more tapes, unfortunately. I do see hissiness rising up. Yeah. That seems fair. That seems normal. Here they come! And there they go. Oh, a central point. Good. I have to finally get a central point down here. Huh. Still no way to open up that thing. Deep cavern. No way to get in that way. So let's keep moving forward. We still have time in the episode after all. We spent most of it just chatting away, so we definitely have the time to keep exploring this place. Though I don't think we'll finish it in this episode. This might be a twofer.
Those paintings look old. Like...
Paintings?
Old.
Jesse, I don't see any paintings. Oh! You mean these cave drawings? Yeah. How long has this place been here? Cave paintings. Well, this will explain it a little bit. On art and time. At first, I thought the cave paintings in the Foundation chronicled ancient humans' encounters with natural occurrences like weather, but soon it became clear they depicted events far outside the average human experience. Also, it seems I was wrong to assume the images are ancient. Radiocarbon dating suggests something impossible, that I've been down here longer than the paintings. That's absurd, though. The style and medium clearly indicate a Paleolithic origin. I was ready to conclude that an ancient community of humans lived in or around the oldest house. Now, with this information, I don't know what to think. Is one of our agents drawing these, or is there someone down here with us? This place has a habit of skewing my results, so perhaps the data is corrupted. Or perhaps some paintings were created at different times. The art does seem to chronicle not only the past, but also the present and possibly even the future. I see in them echoes of the board, some linear architecture, even what could be interpreted as a director. Are the paintings telling a story being written? If so, who is writing it? Well, this is something... Oh, his name is Theodore Ash. Dr. Theodore Ash, head of research by order of Dr. Broderick Northmore. Well, let's take a look at these pictures. I mean, they're all kind of floating. It gives me the idea of the hiss when, you know, they get all hissy and they start flying up. That's the feeling I'm getting from them, but it could just be my brain saying that because I'm traumatized by them all. How long has it been since people have been down here? I wonder. Oh, you are new. You guys are new, and I don't like you. You come at me dead. Oh, I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. Let me out. Let me out. You take care of him, buddy. You know what? I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna fly. Stay away from me. You guys are weird. I don't like you. Oh, you throw things at me. That's fine. You guys can throw things at me. Just don't come near me, please. I don't like you.
Pickaxes now.
Well, hey, pickaxes still hurt, Jesse. Yes, more papers. Relocation order. Tom, you missed the good news. I'm sure the official memo will go out soon, but Northmere called in all hands at the crossroads to announce we're finally moving out of this hellhole and up into the house proper. Bureau brass apparently solved the moving walls problem, or at least figured out a way to pinpoint where and when they happen. All I know is going up means goodbye darkness, goodbye weird lunches with that ex-Nazi scientist, and goodbye pissing into the pit. I know that was you, Barry. Northmore's ordering the Foundation sealed as soon as we can haul our staff out somewhere, somehow convince Ash to come with us. He's the only one kicking up a fuss. This is long overdue. We've lost 11 men and damn near $10,000 in supplies moving between the entrance and the Foundation. And for what? Research? Ash is batty if he thinks we want to stay here and sift through more sand for him. It's just rusted iron flakes anyway. Did you know that? We are breathing that shit in. Oh, we got another thing here that I didn't notice. Oh, this is the thing we just did. Hiss sharpened. Federal research on Hiss entity, Hiss Sharpen Agent, confidential. Summary. Hiss Sharpen agents display the para-utilitarian ability to rapidly move short distances. This ability is unique in the fact that it is not associated with any known object of power. However, we should not discount the possibility that the ability is an object variation. For example, abrupt physical relocation, APR, could possibly be a variant of the jukebox effects. Other explanations of the Hiss Sharpened ability currently include A. Momentary time manipulation. B. Brief increase in physical speed. C. Inhibiting the witness's sense of sight. If we do accept the Hiss Sharpened ability is not connected to a known object of power, then the Hiss are either manifesting unique paranatural abilities or there are objects in the house that we aren't aware of. Either way, the Hiss are continuing to develop new strains of corruption, and that is the cause for concern. Refer to file. Please just end this all for full report. Thank you. Hope you are the best for documenting all this for me. How the hell did you get this thing down here, by the way? That is weird. Oh, this is Crossroads. They mentioned that before. Where am I in relatively? Oh, wow, there's still so much to get to. Oh, man. Okay, we're going to go up a little further, and maybe at the next central. Beware toxic geysers. Thank you. Maybe at the next central point, we'll end the episode there. Hey, we found another note. Foundation accident. Uh-oh. Federal Bureau of Control, Mr. Wilder, I have some bad news. You remember that Robert Ricardo fellow we brought in as a special consultant to map the lower caves? Well, today we found a chamber with weird eyes covering every inch of the walls and a strange black pillar in the center. Kinda looks like the one at the crossroads, but smaller. We had a Bureau member shadowing him, but whatever happened in there did a number on our guest. The docs are taking a look, but it's pretty clear Mr. Adventure's exploring days are over. I know we were careful to limit this guy's exposure to non-ordinary. Drugging him and carrying him through the upper floor was a really hoot, by the way. But we really need to reevaluate our policies on external contractors. Honestly, we'd be better off forming a special division trained in rappelling and orienting than subjugating more outsiders to the shit we deal with. They almost always end up dead or loony. Marcus. I mean, yeah. Can't say it's a bad idea that you want to have an actual department to map up this place instead of putting in just random people at risk. You know, this thing looks kind of breakable, doesn't it? Step back. Nah, it's not. Well, maybe at one point it will recede then. Let's keep going forward. Ooh, into the light it would seem. Oh,
The astral plane is cutting into our dimension. What if this happens in the upper floors? It'll destroy the Bureau.
Has it always existed here, though, you think? Maybe this whole time it's always been like this crossroads, like they say? It's not an absurd theory. Oh, I hear music and I hear someone. There he is! Research records? Astral copy? What is this? Field research on astral entity, astral copy, confidential. Summary. With the astral plane now physically accessible, a torrent of new information has been collected on the entities known as astral copies. The copies' bodies are composed of dense stone-like material that is both resilient under controlled circumstances and brittle when struck with significant force. See report, all that. Whether the astral copies possesses an individual consciousness or are directed by a higher intelligence, such as the board, remains unknown. However, their shared aggression seems to indicate a unified goal. Director Faden's encounters with these entities, when binding objects of power in the astral plane, indicate they serve as alive targets for potential para-utilitarians to practice on. Some have been equipped with Bureau weaponry, though it seems unlikely they were armed by our personnel. It is important to note that they appear immune to his corruption. Refer to file, guess that's a good thing for full report. So, there are constructs here, kind of like his people. I think we saw them before when we were testing out our new stuff, when we were in the astral plane, that are just, you know, made out of the same rocks of the area. And that's really just what they are, but they are immune to his.
Emily with me. I could really use my head of research right about now.
Oh, Polaris! I just noticed her little thing around here. We're not seeing as much. Oh. In this way, we'll find our way to another dark pillar. Seems...
Marshall?
appropriate.
Marshall! You're alive!
That did not seem like Marshall. She didn't have her gun around her. She was walking...
It's Jesse! The director!
I don't think that's her, girl. I don't think that's really Marshall. If it is, or it might not be her anymore. Oh no.
Oh, this place is huge.
We're at crossroads.
Marshall? Can you hear me?
She was on the hotline, so that person couldn't have been Marshall, right? One problem at a time. Let's see what's going on with that pillar first.
Investigate the nail. That's what they call it. But you know, like I said, once I claim a central point, I'm gonna end the episode, and so I am. There's a whole other chunk to this game that we have to explore, so yeah. If you guys enjoy what you're watching, hit subscribe. If you want to keep up to date with the story, ring that bell. And thank you so much for watching.